as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now the NFL's lead rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Levis looking to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Here's 2nd and 10. Second down, here's Levis. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 42. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Levis to throw once more.
And it is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Levis back to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Levis to throw it.
Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Austin Eckler. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here's Levis.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Levis looking to move them around a bit. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert off of play action. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Running on first down, Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Chargers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Now a 2nd and 10.
These two teams all tied after one.
Second and 10.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Herbert.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and 10, it's Levis. Finding room at midfield.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
And Notre Dame seems to be turning into tight end U. And they just seem to churn out those reliable chain-moving pass catchers. And Mayer, one of the best in that line. Las Vegas, fortunate to get him in round 2 and plug him in as a starter.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, but it's second down.
Well, 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw. And I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
Again, it's Levis looking to throw it.
Caught right side, Davis. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Levis on 3rd down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here we go, 4th down, Levis.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
On first down, Levis. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
First and 10. Here's Levis.
His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis. Throw right side, pulled in by Mayer.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Charger drive about to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The tackle there by Marcus Epps.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. It's Eckler again. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Up the middle with Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd and 7. Eckler now between the tackles. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Justin Herbert looking to pass. The try. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
credit that play defensively to Marcus Peters. He got downhill in a hurry. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert just beat the play clock. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
They picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Levis now off of play action.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis.
He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
throw right side, caught by Davis. Touchdown, Raiders. Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two. Levis will try to throw for the two. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On the give, this is Eckler. There he goes again. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler, 55 yards. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll throw it again with Levis. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's Herbert. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 217 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Herbert changing things up. On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Oh, good move. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they take a knee. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third down, here's Eckler. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.